Your toilet seat was white when it was new, and now it's gone yellow, that dull, discolored, grimy look that no amount of your regular cleaning seems to shift. You scrub it, you spray your usual cleaner on it, and it stays yellow, and you start to feel like the bathroom just looks dirty no matter what you do. Here's what almost nobody realizes, and it's the key to fixing it fast. In most cases, that yellowing isn't dirt at all, and it isn't a sign you're not cleaning enough. It's a specific kind of staining that your normal cleaner simply can't touch. But that lifts away in about 10 minutes with the right gentle approach and something already sitting in your kitchen. And here's the most important warning of all. The one product most people reach for, bleach, can actually make the yellowing worse. In Japan, where the bathroom is kept meticulously clean, and where the philosophy of Matanai means restoring something rather than tossing it, there's a quick, gentle method that brings a yellowed toilet seat back to white without harsh chemicals. This is how the Japanese make a yellowed toilet seat white again in about 10 minutes. And by the end, you'll understand why it yellowed, why bleach is a trap, exactly how to fix it fast, and how to keep it white for good. Let's get into it. Before you clean anything, you have to understand what's actually causing the yellow, because there are two completely different causes, and one of them can be fixed in 10 minutes while the other can't be fixed at all, so knowing the difference saves you from wasting your effort. The first cause, and the good one, is surface staining. This comes from urine residue that builds up in a film, especially around the hinges and the underside, from hard water minerals depositing over time, from body oils, and from the buildup of old cleaning products. All of this sits on top of the plastic as a yellowish layer, and because it's on the surface, it can be dissolved and wiped away, revealing the white plastic underneath. That's the yellowing this method fixes fast. The second cause is different. It's oxidation of the plastic itself. Just like old plastic food containers, or a white appliance, or an old games console that fades to yellow over the years, the plastic of a toilet seat undergoes a chemical change from long exposure to air, heat, and especially light, sunlight, or strong bathroom lighting, and it yellows from within. This kind of yellowing isn't a layer on top. It's the plastic itself that has changed color, and no cleaner can reverse it. Here's how to tell them apart before you start. If the yellowing is patchy, concentrated around the hinges, bolts, underside, and the areas that get splashed, it's very likely surface staining that will clean right up. If the whole seat has yellowed evenly all over, especially an older seat or one that sits in bright light, that's more likely oxidation of the plastic, which cleaning won't fix. Most yellowing, thankfully, is at least partly the surface kind, so the odds are good. And if that already makes sense, hit subscribe, because the 10-minute method is coming right up, along with the bleach warning you need to hear first. Now, before we get to what you should use, here's the critical thing you must not use, and it's the mistake almost everyone makes. Do not clean a yellowed toilet seat with bleach. It seems obvious. Bleach whitens, so bleach should fix a yellow seat, right? Wrong. And here's the counterintuitive reason, backed by real chemistry. Chlorine bleach is a powerful oxidizing agent, and when it reacts with the organic compounds on the seat, the urine residue, sweat, and body oils, it oxidizes them and can actually turn them more yellow, not less. On top of that, if bleach isn't rinsed off completely, the chlorine reacts with the plastic or resin of the seat itself and causes its own yellow discoloration. So bleaching a yellowed seat can leave you with a seat that's more yellow than when you started, and it can permanently damage the plastic. This is exactly why the gentle Japanese approach avoids harsh chemicals entirely and works with mild, safe agents that lift the staining without attacking the plastic. Put the bleach away. It's the trap, not the solution. So here is the 10-minute method, the gentle one that actually works, and it uses two things almost everyone already has: baking soda and white vinegar. Here's why this combination is so effective. Baking soda is a mild, non-scratching abrasive, and it's alkaline, so it gently lifts and breaks down the greasy, oily part of the staining, while white vinegar is a mild acid that dissolves the hard water mineral deposits and the urine-based residue. And when the two meet, they fizz, and that gentle fizzing action helps lift the staining up out of the surface. Together, they dissolve exactly the kind of buildup that yellows a seat, without any harsh chemicals. Here's the method, step by step, and it really does take about 10 minutes. First, give the seat a quick wipe with warm, soapy water and dry it, so you're working on a clean surface. Then make a paste from about 3 tablespoons of baking soda with a small amount of water, and spread it generously over all the yellowed areas, the top, the underside, and especially around the hinges and bolts where the residue is worst. Next, fill a spray bottle with white vinegar and mist it over the baking soda paste, and you'll see it start to fizz. Now let it sit and do its work for 10 to 15 minutes. This contact time is what does the cleaning, so don't rush it. Let the chemistry break down the stains while you do something else. After the 10 minutes, take an old toothbrush or a soft sponge and gently scrub the areas in small circles, paying attention to the hinges and edges where buildup collects. Then wipe it all away with a damp microfiber cloth, rinse with warm water, and dry thoroughly. For most surface-stained seats, that single 10-minute treatment brings the white right back. If a little yellowing remains, simply repeat it once more, or move up to the stronger, gentle option coming next. By the way, all of this is part of one bigger system. If you want the complete Japanese method, with every trick like this for a home that stays clean and cared for, the full book is linked in the description of this video and on the channel. It's there if you want it. For more stubborn yellowing that the baking soda and vinegar didn't fully lift, here's the gentle upgrade, and it's the real safe alternative to bleach: hydrogen peroxide. Ordinary 3% hydrogen peroxide from the pharmacy is a mild, oxygen-based whitener, and unlike chlorine bleach, it lifts oxidation and organic staining without damaging or discoloring the plastic, which makes it perfect for exactly this job. There are 2 ways to use it. The simplest: soak a cloth or a few paper towels in hydrogen peroxide, lay them flat over the stained areas so the peroxide stays in contact, and leave them for 15 to 30 minutes, then wipe clean and dry. For a stronger effect, mix the hydrogen peroxide with baking soda into a thick paste, spread it over the yellowed areas, let it sit for 15 to 30 minutes, then gently scrub and rinse. This peroxide and baking soda paste is the powerhouse for stubborn discoloration, and it does the whitening that people wrongly expect from bleach, but safely, without the yellowing reaction and without harming the seat. A lemon juice and baking soda paste works on a similar principle if you prefer, using the natural acidity of the citrus. Whichever you choose, the same rule applies. Gentle contact time does the work, not force. And that leads to a rule that runs through this entire method and protects your seat. Never use harsh abrasives or scouring pads. No steel wool. No gritty scouring powders scrubbed hard, because those scratch the smooth surface of the plastic, and those scratches do 2 bad things. They dull the finish permanently, and they create rough microscopic grooves that trap staining and make the seat yellow and discolor even faster in the future. Always use a soft sponge, a microfiber cloth, or a soft old toothbrush for the crevices. Let the baking soda, vinegar, and peroxide do the chemical work, and keep every tool soft. Gentle always beats aggressive here, because the goal is to remove the staining without ever damaging the plastic that you're trying to restore to white. Now comes the part that keeps your seat white, so you rarely have to do this again: prevention. Before we get into it, if you're finding this useful, take a second to hit subscribe, because prevention is where you actually win the battle against yellowing for good. Think back to what causes the surface yellowing: urine residue, mineral deposits, and oils building up and hardening over time, plus light exposure oxidizing the plastic. Nearly all of that can be prevented with a few simple habits, and this is the real Japanese secret: the small, consistent care that stops the problem before it starts. First, and most powerfully, clean the seat regularly and gently. A quick, weekly wipe down, so residue never gets the chance to build up and harden into that stubborn yellow layer, because fresh residue wipes away in seconds, while months-old buildup needs the full treatment. Second, pay special attention to the hidden spots where yellowing always begins: the hinges, the bolt caps, and the underside and edges, giving them a wipe with a little diluted vinegar or soapy water and drying them, because these splashed, overlooked areas are where the staining silently starts. Third, dry the seat after cleaning rather than leaving it wet, since sitting moisture and mineral-rich water are what leave deposits behind, the same drying principle that keeps a whole Japanese bathroom fresh. Fourth, if your toilet sits in direct sunlight or very strong light, be aware that the light is what oxidizes and yellows the plastic over time, so managing that light with a blind or curtain genuinely slows the yellowing. Keep up those small habits, and the seat simply never reaches the yellow stage in the first place. Now, this is where this channel is always honest with you, because the title promises white again in 10 minutes, and you deserve the truth about when that's realistic and when it isn't. The honest heart of it is the difference we started with. If your seat's yellowing is surface staining, the patchy kind around the hinges and splashed areas, then yes, this 10-minute method genuinely works and works fast, and it's remarkable how white a grimy-looking seat comes back. But if the yellowing is oxidation of the plastic itself, the even, all-over discoloration of an older seat that has changed color from age and light, then no cleaner on earth will fully restore it, because the plastic itself has changed and there's no surface layer to remove. In that case, honestly, the best solution is simply to replace the seat. And here's the genuinely good news. Unlike a bathtub or a table, a toilet seat is inexpensive and easy to swap out yourself in a few minutes with a screwdriver. So a truly oxidized seat isn't a disaster. It's a 5-minute upgrade. So be realistic about what you have. If it cleans up dramatically, it was surface staining, and you've won in 10 minutes. If it stays evenly yellow after a proper gentle cleaning, it's oxidized plastic, and a cheap new seat is the real fix. Knowing the difference saves you from scrubbing forever at something that will never come clean. And a quick but genuinely important word on safety, because this one really matters. The single most important rule: never mix cleaning products, and above all, never mix vinegar or hydrogen peroxide with bleach or any ammonia-based cleaner, because those combinations release toxic, dangerous gases, and in a small enclosed bathroom, that's a real hazard. This whole method deliberately uses only gentle agents, and it avoids bleach entirely, so simply use these on their own, one approach at a time, and never combine them with a bleach-based toilet cleaner. Rinse the seat first if you've used one. Always ventilate the bathroom while you work. Open a window or run the fan. Wear gloves if your skin is sensitive, especially with hydrogen peroxide. Test any method on a small hidden area of the seat first. And keep all products safely stored away from children and pets. Respect those, and every method here is completely safe and gentle. So let's bring it all together, because it's genuinely simple. First, understand that toilet seat yellowing is either surface staining, which cleans up fast, or oxidation of the plastic, which doesn't, and that bleach makes things worse by reacting with residue and plastic to create more yellow. To fix surface staining in about 10 minutes, spread a baking soda paste over the yellowed areas, spray white vinegar over it, let it fizz and sit for 10 to 15 minutes, then gently scrub with a soft brush, wipe, and dry. For stubborn cases, step up to a hydrogen peroxide and baking soda paste, the safe bleach alternative, never using harsh abrasives. Then prevent it from coming back. Clean gently every week, hit the hinges and hidden edges, dry the seat, and protect it from strong light. Do that, and a yellowed seat comes back white in minutes and stays that way, and on the rare occasion the plastic itself has oxidized, a cheap new seat swaps in with a screwdriver. And if you want the complete Japanese method, with every trick like this for a home that stays clean and fresh, the full book is linked in the description of this video and on the channel. And if this brought your toilet seat back to white, wait until you see what the Japanese method does with the stubborn stains and limescale ring inside the toilet bowl itself. The discoloration under the rim that regular cleaning never quite removes. In the next video, you'll see how to make the whole bowl sparkling white again without harsh chemicals. See you in the next one.